in polling that we did with CTV, when we asked Canadians about the deficit, having a deficit investing in Canadians or balancing the budget in order to kind of relieve the tax burden, Canadians are absolutely evenly split, 46-46, which speaks to the fact that this is probably going to be one of the key dividing lines. But one of the things in this budget that will probably be interesting is that with the Liberals like about 10 points ahead of the Conservatives, it's like they're a majority government. I don't think they're going to be afraid of an election. I would expect that the Liberals are probably going to have what I would call a very progressively muscular budget. I don't know if we can go like this, but anyways, it'll be a muscular budget with a lot of stuff on stimulus, probably something on basic universal income, stuff on the environment, because when you're 10 points up, you can put this in the budget, and then if someone wants to trigger an election, you're going to say, oh, you want an election? Sure, we'll have an election. We'd be happy to run on this. And then to, fearmonger among Canadians to say that if they don't vote Liberal, that they'll lose all these things that the Liberals have promised them. So I think there's going to be a very interesting dynamic, and the Liberals are going to probably present a budget that's going to be like a budget that's presented by a majority government that doesn't have any worries about being defeated or going to the polls.
And I think that they've actually found this politically opportune sweet spot, for better or worse, given the situation we're in. This is not the first time that they've presented an update on the finances in the middle of a wave. Of course, you'll remember the fall economic statement came as the second wave crashed into the country, and that kind of changed things for them. I think they were hoping to have a bit more of a forward-looking conversation in that fiscal update, but of course they had to promise a bunch of new COVID supports and direct immediate responses. And I wonder if that's going to have to kind of shift what is in this upcoming budget to, yes, have that stimulus and have those more progressive looking forward plans, but also noting we need to extend XYZ benefit programs. And politically speaking, that's going to make it a lot harder for the opposition parties to vote it down, because they are then saying, no, we don't think we should be propping up supports for Canadians to get through this wave. So by having the opportunity, I think, to put both the, current immediate COVID response updates, which I think are going to be likely given the state of the pandemic right now, as well as those, forward-looking future daycare, childcare, those kinds of things, pharmacare, all the cares, they might find a sweet spot where they don't have to do that, I'd say, political brinksmanship that we are used to seeing around budget conversations. So yeah, I guess we'll see, but.
No, I agree. It's probably going to be the way it's going to play out, but there are going to be people that, for some of the things that have been scaled back, like what I'll say, people being able to defer payment on mortgages. There'll be, and we're even seeing we're seeing a movement starting to clamor for banks to once again help their customers, Canadians, average Canadians, get through the pandemic. But the fact of the matter is that if anyone had asked the government last year when this would be over, when these programs would be drawn back, everyone would have said 2021. Now we're in 2021, and there's a big question mark because we don't know how long it's going to take to fight back the pandemic. And I'm not sure if anybody has empathy for those civil servants at the Department of Finance, but whatever modeling that they were doing on how they thought the economy was going to perform in the next 90 days or 6 months probably went right out the door with this new strict lockdown in Ontario and Quebec, as they try to figure out and project where government finances, revenue and expenses will be in the fall and into 2022.